Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to another commentary video. And today we're going to be... let me go handle that. I'll be right back. It'll take like 2 seconds. Okay, let's do that all over again. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about... Okay, you know what I gotta do. You know, it's time. You know what I'm gonna do. Hey guys, Bran here, and welcome to another commentary video. And are you beginning to understand now? Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to the real commentary video now that that's all over. And today we're going to be talking about the idea of, is Tinkerer a slowdown or not? And usually I have like my perspective on this, and I give you my take and like the reasoning and evidence behind my take. But this one is a little bit more tricky. This one I haven't actually formed a positive confirmation on yet. I don't know how I feel about that. It's just like, it's an interesting thought that I hadn't even considered. So I want to, discuss this with you guys in the comments down below and kind of just present you both sides of the argument so we can kind of come to a conclusion together. So it's a little bit different today. So that's pretty cool. First, I want to start with like how Tinker isn't a slowdown, because I think that's the more, common viewpoint. And the reason Tinker is not seen as a slowdown is obviously because Tinker itself has no component to it that actually has any sort of gen slowdown itself, like at all. A gen reaches 70%, and once it reaches 70%, you get undetectable, which means you have no terror radius or red stain. You're in this situation where technically the perk itself causes no slowdown whatsoever. Like, there's nothing in Tinker itself that inherently slows the gen. So just in regards of like strict numbers and the strict description of things, it is like in no way a slowdown. Like in no way, like just factually, and no way at all is it a slowdown. Like not even remotely. So obviously I feel like the more common position is that, oh well, this very clearly is not a slowdown because it doesn't slow down the gens at all. But I also see what people mean on the other side of things, because people have started to say it is a slowdown and refer to it as a slowdown because usually it's paired with like a true slowdown, like pop or ruin. So the Tinker goes off, 70% of the gen is hit, you have undetectable, you run over there, and either you pop it for 25% of what it's worth with pop, or you push it off with ruin and the gen starts regressing on its own. So the idea is that like Tinker itself is being considered a slowdown because it seems like nobody runs Tinker by itself. Really, they always run it in tandem with slowdowns to make slowdown stronger. But does that make it a slowdown? I think the main reason that people ID it as a slowdown is because no matter what you do with Tinker, the end result is a gen being damaged or a gen being pushed away from being finished. Like, even if you didn't bring pop, even if you didn't bring ruin, you're probably going to push the person off the gen so they can't finish it, or you're going to dry kick it, then push them off, then like chase them off the gen so they can't finish it. So even if you didn't bring like a slowdown, like a true slowdown, quote unquote, to like help you with that, it essentially doesn't matter, because the gen, no matter what the scenario is with Tinker, unless you just are flat out ignoring the Tinkerer proc, always ends with the gen regressing in some way, or not, essentially not finishing in some way, which is gen slowdown, right? It's just like the definition of gen slowdown is making the gens not finish as quickly. So Tinker, in a sense, does do that, just not inherently. And that's what makes this argument really like foggy, right? Because technically you could just equip Tinker and you can get 5 procs and just like like ignore all 5 of them if you really want. So in that regard, it's not a slowdown because there's nothing inherent about the perk that makes gen slowdown. But like in practice, when you're using the perk, when you have the perk equipped, gens always slow down, just at like different amounts depending on what else you have equipped. But essentially, having a Tinkerer equipped results in a gen being slowed down or paused, just because of the way players react to a Tinkerer proc. So that is why people are starting to like align it or just put it in with other slowdowns, because like in that regard, yes, it kind of is a slowdown, because like it always results in the gens pausing or being slowed down, which is an interesting thought that like I hadn't even considered. I was just like, well, it doesn't actually cause gens to be slowed down, so therefore it's not. But I never considered the fact that like the end result of Tinkerer is always the gen being paused or regressed in some way. So it's kind of a like complicated like argument. Like I came into this thought going, well, I'm gonna make this like 5-minute video just going, of course it's not. But like when I looked into it and I looked in people's arguments about it, I was like, this is a little harder than I thought it was going to be. So I'm interested to see what you say, friendos. I would like to hear your take on this, because I think that's just like, it's an interesting point of view, and I want to know what our peepos in the headache zone feel about it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, friendo. If you like these sort of commentary videos, do the likey like thing, because that's how you can help other people get involved in these cool conversations that we have. Also, if you want to stick around a while and make sure that the YouTube algorithm doesn't eat me alive on your front page, subbing is the way to see more of these videos. That's not permanent, so don't feel like it's like a big commitment or anything. You can just take away whenever you want, friendo. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else for you, friendo. Thank you so much for being you and being awesome, and go do good out there. I don't have anything else for you. I'll see you in the next video, and if I don't, I'll see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye.